Look at this. I haven't even stopped walking. Haven't even stopped walking, Meek. Have not stopped walking. Have not stopped walking. I was filming the end of the last Fancycast. I was just walking and I was doing like, yeah, like and subscribe, hashtag Dorbs the word, all of a sudden, blah, blah, blah. And I was just sauntering. Towards Mika. I turned the camera off, popped it right back on. Now we're Fancycasting. Now we're Fancycasting. We're casting with gas. Which is fancy. Which is fancy. Hi, baby. Hi, 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 hi. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Meek, meek. Meek, 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 meek. Hi. Hi, 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 hi. Good girl. Yeah. He's a good girl. Hello, all you fancy people. Hello, all of you fancy wancies. Oh, it's Melita. She's over there. I don't think that I actually really got a good glimpse of Melita in either one of the previous webcasts that I filmed. I don't think I did. I don't. Oh my gosh, there's Princess. Running around with Carrie Lynn. Loves Carrie Lynn. I mean, capital L. Love. Capital all caps. Hi, Mita Pita. Oh my gosh, everyone just loves Carrie Lynn. She's getting up and leaving. She's waiting. Oh my gosh. It's okay. It's okay. It was bound to happen. It's bound to happen that I was going to be forgotten. I was going to be forgotten. It's honestly, Carrie Lynn is like the primary in-between feeder, I would say. Like so many times whenever like it's in-between day and cats are getting chicken, because there's times where not like we have our normal traditional kind of feed schedule every 4 days. It's going to be for like the big ones, and then there's in-between feed where cats will get supplementary food every other day or maybe every day. Certain cats are going to get chicken or just kind of red meat pieces, whatnot. A lot of times whenever that's happening, it's Carrie Lynn. She's just going around just tossing chicken over the fence, tossing chicken over the fence. So then all the cats are just like, oh my gosh, it is the benevolent giver of chicken. Carrie Lynn. Oh my gosh. That's basically it. They see her as like some sort of deity. Some chicken dispensing deity. Then of course there's Princess, because Carrie Lynn spends a lot of time just sitting and interacting with Princess. So then she sees her just as a legit, you know, friend. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? Ooh, hi. Hi, little pink nose. Hi, little pink nose. Hi, little pink nose. Look at you, sweetie. Ooh, pretty girl. Pretty, pretty, pretty girl. Yep. It's time to be fancy. Where did I started over there. Gosh, I'm casting so much and with such frequency that all of my casts are now starting to blend together. I don't even know. That's the thing. Because I so recently got done filming with these guys that I almost didn't come over to this section to film, simply because it was part of the last cast. And then I was thinking, oh no, I just got back from there. I don't need to go back there because we just filmed there. But that was the last cast. That was the last walk around the compound that I filmed. It wasn't part of the Fancycast. Oh man. That's part of why it's like these are some of the pitfalls of casting, of speed casting, you know? Yeah, you know, when I was younger, I used to do a lot of speed casting, but then, you know, it just catches up to you. You crash and burn. You just think that you can handle it, but you know what? It handles you. Rah, rah. Rah. Zoops. Zoops, come here. Zoops. Zoobs. Zooby doobs. Zooby doobs. Oh, 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 help. Oh, zoops. He's like, that looks like a good idea. Yo, I'm gonna do that. That looks like fun. Laying down. Oh my gosh. What a great idea, Dad. Here are my balls. You're a goofball. Your balls are goofy. That's what you are. Look how handsome. Gee, that was a, I don't know if you can hear that, but there's an airplane like way off in the distance. It's like you can tell it's a prop plane that, I don't know if they, maybe they turned their engine off or something like that and then turned, I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works. But it just went roar, and for like a split second, I'm just like, what the hell noise is coming out of your head? It's like, Zuby, you sound like a Cessna. A Cessna. Hassenpfeffer. Look at that handsome guy. Look at that handsome boy. Rasa. Pretty girl. You know, I gotta be honest, and this, I gotta let you know. Gotta let you know that this whole dynamic, this whole thing with like Sydney and Rasa being over here, and then Boomer and Slade being over there, what we were thinking was going to be a, you know, oh, it's just going to be a temporary thing, and then we're going to do the old fixaroo, and then, oh my gosh, what's going on with you? Why do you have the dude? What's with your dude? What's with your dude? Okay. So my gosh. So my gosh. So my gosh. That may actually become more of the thing. That may become more of the thing. And people are like, oh my gosh, what do you mean? Does that mean that you're not going to have Boomer and Slade together? Yeah, kind of. Possibly. Like, nothing, like the decision hasn't been fully made, but you have to understand, it's becoming a little bit more, it's looking like they enjoy themselves a lot more now. Those boys. That's one of the big deciding factors for stuff like that. It's nothing to do with, I mean, of course, you have to factor all these, of course, different kind of elements in. Sure. Sure. But, okay. We made sure to put Boomer and Slade in Sydney and Ross's old enclosure so that they could at least, you know, share a fence line with each other so they're not completely separate. And now, the way things are, they don't spend a lot of time. Now, like, Nadal and Diwali, like, they still get, we put them together. You know, it's just, they just need to just periodically, or just kind of at regular intervals, spend time apart. That's kind of how that whole thing goes. And they will spend time kind of snuffling at each other through the fence. They'll lay next to it. So it's like, you can see, like, they like being around each other. So this is definitely a different kind of situation. Now, Boomer and Slade, that's not the case. We put them into kind of separate enclosures where they're not, I mean, they're sharing a fence line, but they don't seem to care that they're not in the same enclosure with each other. It's like, they just like, yeah, cool. They seem a lot more relaxed. They just seem happier. Now, that might be one of those kind of things where, oh my gosh, it feels a little bit icky for us people with, you know, like our preconceived human emotions and whatnot, our human dynamics of how we integrate with each other and how we have relationships with each other, and like, they're brothers. Again, you don't want to sit there and anthropomorphize. And we're taking cues from them. That's the big thing. It's not like we're, you know, not, basically, you have to think of it like this, like, we are considering their opinions. in these decisions. And it seems like their opinion at this point is, for the most part, just kind of like, yeah, you know, we don't really necessarily need to be in the exact same enclosure. Now, of course, keeping them in enclosures that are adjacent to each other, sharing a fence, whole different thing. Whole different thing. Certainly want to keep doing that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hi, Kiara. Hi, pretty girl. You're going to still be kind of weird? She's got her pine sprig. She was doing some sprigging. She was doing some pine sprigging. Oh, it was adorable. Very, very cute. Very, very cute. Now she's all sprigged out. Now she's all sprigged out. But she does get a little bit possessive over her fresh scented pine sprigs. And she gets a little bit animated with me. Tells me, get away from my sprig. Get close to my sprig. Jeez, look at those. It's hard to see. You could tell. There was chicanery happening over there. But yeah, that was the big thing. It's like Bloomer and Slade. They snuffle at each other, and then they'll spend time kind of cuddling with each other here and there and whatnot. But they were fighting a lot and biting each other. And then, yeah, you have to sit there and worry, like, okay, is this going to continue on? Is this going to escalate? Is this going to become an issue over time? It seemed like that was kind of the trajectory that they were on. So then we have to kind of do the sensible and responsible thing. Make sure that they're not going to escalate to the point where they're going to start hurting each other for real. Because, of course, they were putting marks on each other. Yeah, definitely. And it's like, oh, well, that hole wasn't there this morning. That scratch wasn't there yesterday. Stuff like that was going on. So it's like, okay. So we had to switch them. Had to move them. And sometimes you'll separate cats, and then, yeah, it kind of messes. They're just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm separated from my enclosure mate, my flatmate, my friend, my sibling, my family. Sometimes you'll see that within cats. And then with like Boomer and Slade, put them in a separate enclosure, and they're just like, they didn't really, it didn't bother them in the least. In fact, they look, yeah, like I said, they look more relaxed. They're just like, yeah, this is okay. I'm all right with this. They're just like, I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about just getting jumped or just not, for some reason, because stepping on the other guy's turf and not following the rules about something. And then all of a sudden we're at each other's throats, and it's just, yeah. And that becomes kind of a weird and stressful way to exist. So if they're happy, then yeah, then we're good. And if that's the case, then we may be able to then reconsider whether or not Boomer and Slade have to lose their balls. Ah, yeah, see, there you go. That's just like an added benefit. We were completely on board, totally expecting that was just, hey, no, we're gonna take the old balls away. Everything's gonna be good. We're gonna put them back together. Hopefully that'll calm everyone down. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, but would rather have, you know, kitties that are going to be safe than, you know, like keeping the balls on. Prioritize safety over testicles. For them. So that was yeah, that's kind of part of that. And it's, you keep on just steady as she goes. You know, you just, one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month, yeah. A lot of times you can try to make plans long term, and sometimes those plans work, and then sometimes they don't. And then sometimes new information will present itself, so you just have to kind of be pragmatic and just go with the flow. And go with the flow. The flow of the tigers. Tiger flow. There's Mr. Jake. There's Mr. Jake. Look at that guy. Look at him. Look at him. Oh my gosh. Hi, bud. Ooh. Hi. Hi, handsome. Hi, handsome boy. You're such a sweetheart. I think that you're kind of one of those cats that doesn't get... I think he's like... He gets kind of overshadowed, I think. Jake is one of those kind of kitty cats that just gets a little... Because he's a little bit of a softer spoken dude. He doesn't kind of... You know, he doesn't get too crazy. Like, say, a Luca, or doesn't have the... You know, the charm and flair of like a JP. He's just kind of a... Hey, what's up? I'm Jake. That's me. You know? Just the kind of guy that maybe just, you know, he likes blueberries in his oatmeal, and then he makes sensible, well-thought investment decisions. You know, nothing too risky, slow growth, so that, you know, he's got enough for his retirement. Like, he's just kind of one of those guys. Always pays the bills on time, you know. Big fan of like really researching products before he makes the decision to buy one, you know. Has a wardrobe that doesn't like really get too wacky, but always likes to look nice and clean and well pressed. You know, just that's one of those guys. Of course, I mean, too much. Doesn't like to be ostentatious or gaudy, but likes to look presentable. That's Jake. Hi. Yeah. Here's a good baby. Here's Miss Wren. Miss Wren. Miss Wren. Wren. Oh my gosh, Bobby. She kind of looked at me and just like went just gah, and kind of ran back. What are you doing? You acting weird? She's acting weird. You acting weird and frisky? Put a Christmas tree. Oh. Hi. Hi, Bobby. Hi. How are you? Hi, baby. Hi, Sugar Pie. Hi, Sugar Pie. Yeah, she's a cutie. She's a cutie. Yep. Yep. There she is. She can become she's very affectionate. Can be very, very affectionate little girl. Put that Christmas tree in there yesterday. And then she's having fun with the Christmas tree, but then she was also, I just want to rub and purr and rub and purr. Very cute. Very cute. Very cute stuff. But then also you have to keep in mind, wild animal, rub and purr can become very easily possessive. And then, you know, teeth. She doesn't have claws, she was declawed, but teeth. Bobcats have strong jaws. I mean, just stupid. You don't think that something that small would have jaws that strong, but they do. What you looking at? Huh? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Hi. Hello. Hello. There's something going on over here. I know that's Selena. Oh, she's inside the cave. She's inside her cave. She was being sneaky earlier. She's like, you know what? I can't be sneaky for one cast right after another, okay? I only have so much sneakiness to spare. So right now I'm on my break. Come back at another point. She's like, space your casts out more. Space your casts out more, man. She's like, this is just unprofessional. This is just unprofessional. Noe. Noe lo lion. Oh, there it is. Sticking. Loud airplane. So loud. Loud, loud, loud. Here's Sass. With Sass with her adopted dad. And she loves him. And he loves her. Hi, Me. Hi, Mr. Me. How are you? I don't know if you can hear Ezzy. He's over there choo-chooing. Ezzy is over there choo-chooing. Being cute. I know, Mr. Milo. I know. You're a good boy. Hi. What do you know? He's like, what do I know? I know that meat tastes good. It's fun to climb on things. And there's nothing more satisfying than watching the life drain from something's eyes. I'm like, oh, that's nice, Milo. It's it's not disturbing at all. Go see Ezzy. Hi, Ezzy. That's one of our new volunteers. His name is Chris over there. Say hi, Chris.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, it's going. It's going, it's going, it's going. He's a good guy. And coming out, helping out. Dedicating. Learning about the kitties. Working. Waiting for Ezzy to turn around. Yeah, you. Don't pee on me. Man, I was just putting myself right into a bad position. Wasn't even paying attention. Hi. Choo-choo. 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 Choo-choo, you jerk. Hi. All right. What do you think? All right. I think that's probably enough fancying for one day. What? He's like, no more fancy? Yeah, is he? You know, I got stuff to do. Gotta get going, bud. That's just how it works. Probably gonna try to maybe film like a couple little things for the Instagrams. Just so I have a couple of things in the can so I can kind of toss them out throughout the week. But, man, it is starting to get late. I'm only gonna have enough good daylight to be able to do much of anything. Gotta go. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for subscribing to the Fancycast. Thanks for subscribing to the Patreon content. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. And again, and people do a good job of this, but it just I always like to make sure that people are aware. If you ever want to comment, try to do it actually with the Patreon, on Patreon itself, on the Patreon page or the Patreon app, because that's generally where I will look. A lot of times I'll forget to look at the actual YouTube video comments itself. I usually look more at the Patreon comments. So, yeah. That's usually where I'll look. Anyway, I'm repeating myself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. All right, bye-bye.